those two at? Alright, then. Guys, it's showtime! Are we ready to go now?
Doesn't matter if you film by a minute or an hour. Filming is filming. This is the Fast and Furious review by Reviewers in Action.
The Fast and Furious movie. A movie about a police officer who goes undercover in a crime organization where they drive fast cars and rob trucks and ultimately succeeds in doing something.
So Fast and Furious. I really like this movie, especially since I was a little kid. I really liked this movie. I always was into cars and stuff like that, so always the racing genre of anything was always best suited for me. You know, this movie has a great soundtrack too, by the way.
Yeah. See, for me I'm not a big car person, so that was lost on me. There's some decent looking women here and there, but the plot wasn't there. So.
What plot?
Exactly.
I know it has a plot. It definitely does.
Very little, but the plot just segues and goes everywhere halfway through the movie.
It's essentially race, 2-second plot, race, 3-second plot, race, tie it together.
This movie's not called plot. This is called Fast and Furious.
But you are right. This movie held up in my childhood. I enjoyed the movie growing up. But this day and age now, rewatching it, it doesn't have any justice to it at all. It does not hold up. It's a time capsule anymore.
Yeah, but it's still good to go back and watch all the movies you grew
time
up with.
capsule, like
Occasionally.
Time capsule like this. This was actually good at one point.
Yeah, this was good when we were younger, when it started becoming a thing before it became the thing that it is now.
You mean 11 movies later?
Yeah.
Or 10?
Yeah, but I mean, they used to come out with everything because it's a cash scheme. That's literally how movies
Early
are.
2000s is where this thing should have just...
Yeah. There's this right here, Too Fast, Too Furious, and Tokyo Drift.
Oh yeah, but then when they came out with the newer Fast and Furious, they went off to another whole movie itself. Like it's a completely different plot.
International crime drama.
Yeah.
Versus their whole car, like the whole racing, street racing, and other side of things, which there's crime involved in the plot of this movie, but it's
Very little, very at the end.
Yeah. Sprinkled in, of course.
I don't know. The cop scene in the movie is pretty fun. When they go and beat up Johnny Tran's crew and everything. They're like jumping into like the Chinese restaurant.
Oh yeah.
And they like just choke slam somebody.
Like the most we have them on is a speeding ticket.
Oh shit. Sweats. But yeah, what I really liked about this movie was the soundtrack to it, actually, when I found out some of these bands. See, Saliva is not good, but in a movie that's full of testosterone, Saliva is good. It's like going to see Five Finger Death Punch. Nobody likes Five Finger Death Punch. Fight me in the comments.
I will. But no, the music in this movie, this one specifically, is passable. The hammy acting and the over-the-top trying to be action sequences are what makes this film.
But that is the early 2000s.
Outside of this franchise, the only one I really care for would be Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel's,
but
he's a great actor. He is a great actor. But Michelle Rodriguez.
That's what. Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're the only two that I
She didn't
Beautiful actress. Beautiful.
She didn't have a driver's license in this movie, actually.
And she drives, what, 2 or 3 times?
A couple times throughout this movie, yes.
So that's a fun fact right there.
Technically, I think there's only maybe 2 or 3 scenes where she's actually driving. There's other scenes where she's just sitting in the car.
Oh, fair. That's basically me.
Just sitting in a car.
Yeah. Now, anyways, what is your actual ratings on this movie?
My rating, I don't even think I could give it a rating because it just bounces back and forth to me. I'm like, it depends on my mood that day. If I were to give it a rating, it would be a 5. Because there's some days where I just hate this movie entirely, or it's...
A 5 out of what?
10.
5 out of 10?
Yeah.
5 out of 100 would have made more sense to me.
No, No, I'm with him on that one. A 5 out of 10 seems perfectly fitting to where this movie balances into.
I would give this movie a solid 3.5, 4 out of 10. Like I said, there's no plot. It's basically just vroom vroom in action. There's not much going on outside the cars. The acting is almost abysmal. There's a couple good cameos, a couple decent actors here and there, but the movie's
Are
not
you just
really
talking
worth
about
watching.
Hector, where he was in Evan Almighty, or Bruce Almighty?
But yeah, outside that, are there any final thoughts that are worth mentioning?
Honestly, I love the scene where the guy doesn't know how to play Gran Turismo on PlayStation 2. I'm just gonna pull that out.
Fair. And yeah, there's not really much more for me to mention.
I don't know. Vince was always jealous in this movie.
Yeah.
Outside that, there's like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there's not much to go on.
Oh, play the games.
Games are pretty fun.
Okay,
They have
so
arcade games.
Yeah.
but that's okay. So if you can like, comment, subscribe, press the notification bell, tell us your opinions of the movie in the comments below. Hate on Ray for not liking 5.
What's
Finger
better,
Death
Need for
Punch.
Speed or Fast and the Furious?
Need for Speed or Fast and Furious.
Also, if there's a movie that you guys want us to see, and you guys want us to review it, put it in comments. We might even pick yours.
As long as it's not a musical.
Reviewers in action, out.